John Cena has been featured with All Elite Wrestling, and Kenny Omega has returned to AEW television. But first, let's go to some WWE news as a superstar's contract is set to expire. At this week's Monday Night Raw taping, women's tag team champions Naomi and Sasha Banks would walk out on the company following a legitimate disagreement with their creative plans, leading to speculation that they could be heading to the exit permanently. Well, in an update provided by Dave Meltzer on Wrestling Observer Radio, the contract of Naomi is expected to come to an end soon, although the exact date is yet to be confirmed. On the other hand, it's worth noting that Sasha Banks signed a new deal with WWE around 3 years ago, with WWE deals typically being 3 to 5 years, meaning she could be set to become a free agent if she opted for the 3-year option. But what do you think the future holds for the WWE Women's Tag Champions? Let me know in the comments down below. Now let's go to our first story from last night's AEW Dynamite, where shots were fired at WWE management. The show would see a segment involving the #1 contender for the AEW Women's World Championship, Serena Deeb, who verbally ran down Tony Schiavone and Dustin Rhodes. The two veterans would pick current champion Thunder Rosa to score the victory at AEW Double or Nothing later this month, something Deeb had an issue with. She would recall back to her time in WWE during the Divas era and said, "Dustin, I respected you. I know what you had to do to persevere in this business, and you know what I had to do. You know all the dues that I had to pay to make this a good place for women today. You knew my trials and tribulations. You know how hard it was to be a woman in this business in that era." Serena would go on to call out WWE management and their lack of respect for her and said, "I put breast implants into my body just to satisfy some old perverts. I shaved my head to show how badly I wanted it. I still got no respect." Of course, Serena Deeb would shave her head as part of the Straight Edge Society angle, which was led by CM Punk during her initiation into the stable. Going back to Dynamite, Deeb would then go on to slap Dustin Rhodes before taking out Thunder Rosa to end the segment. Serena has told the same story in the past on the AEW Unrestricted podcast, although this time speaking out on a wider platform. She is now just 1 week away from her much anticipated title shot against Thunder Rosa for the AEW Women's World Championship at Double or Nothing. But what did you make of Deeb's promo, and what is your prediction for the match? Let me know in the comments down below. Next up, let's go to the latest from the Owen Hart Foundation tournament. Last night's episode of AEW Dynamite would open with the reveal of the first Joker entrant in the bracket, with Samoa Joe's opponent being revealed as Johnny Elite, the former John Morrison in WWE. Despite the hype for the mystery spot, Johnny would come out on the losing end of the match, with Samoa Joe putting him away with a muscle buster to advance through to the semi-finals. The show would also see another semi-finalist confirmed when Kyle O'Reilly took on Rey Fenix in a fast-paced matchup, as Technical Mastery took on high-flying offense. In the end, O'Reilly would manage to keep Fenix down when he locked him in a cross armbreaker, leading to a tap-out win. 2 more Owen Hart Cup matches would take place on the night, firstly with Dr. Britt Baker DMD finding out who her mystery opponent would be. She would then be confronted by the returning Maki Ito, who revealed herself as the Joker. Unfortunately for the cutest in the world, Baker would walk away with the victory after locking in the lockjaw, forcing the submission. And finally, the show would be main evented by a huge match between Jeff Hardy and Adam Cole, this time in a semi-final match to confirm the tournament's first finalist. In the end, Adam Cole would come out on top after a pre-match beatdown handed him the advantage before dropping his opponent with a boom knee for the pinfall win. This means Adam Cole will now meet either Samoa Joe or his undisputed elite teammate Kyle O'Reilly in the final, with the next semi-final match set to take place next Wednesday on Dynamite. Going back to the women's side of the bracket, Chris Statlander will battle Red Velvet this Friday on Rampage, with the winner advancing through to a match with Ruby Soho in the semi-final. Britt Baker's victory on the night would put her in a match with Toni Storm, which will take place next week on Dynamite. But what are your predictions for the winners of both tournaments? Let me know in the comments down below. And next, an AEW wrestler has appeared in a television show trailer. CBS would reveal the trailer for the upcoming series titled East New York, which is a crime drama set in Brooklyn. Eagle-eyed fans would spot former AEW TNT champion Miro playing the part of a criminal being interrogated by police. God's favorite champion plays the role of Nikolai Dushkin and can be spotted in one of the scenes shown in the clip. IMDb now have an entry on the show, and the synopsis reads: follows the recently promoted police captain of East New York, Regina Haywood, who leads a diverse group of officers and detectives, some of whom are hesitant to deploy her creative methods of serving and protecting. East New York will air on Sunday nights on CBS as part of their fall lineup, being broadcast between The Equalizer and NCIS Los Angeles. Miro has been absent from AEW television since Full Gear in November 2021, with him said to have been working through injuries at the time. He is said to be back to full fitness, with his more recent absences due to him playing roles in television shows, one of which has now been revealed. But will you be checking out Miro's new show? Let me know in the comments down below. Next up was a major AEW star injured at last night's tapings. A video has surfaced on social media after last night's post-Dynamite AEW Rampage tapings, which showed Bryan Danielson in a spot of bother. Danielson was shown with his leg caught between the ring and the entrance walkway and appeared to be in significant pain. He's said to have been trapped for close to 10 minutes as his Blackpool Combat Club teammates looked on before being freed, eventually limping off on his own accord. This has led many fans to be worried for the American Dragon, with hopes that he hasn't sustained a significant leg injury during the ordeal. Well, in an update from last night's Wrestling Observer Radio, Brian Alvarez feels that the spot is in fact a work, with Brian having a bit of fun with the fans. He would reveal that he was told by an AEW source that the individuals involved were laughing about the incident backstage, and he said, his leg was between the ring and the ramp, and for 5, 6, 7 minutes. They worked to extract him, and then he made his way to the back without assistance, and I am strongly given the impression this was all a work from start to finish, but I think he just came up with a wacky idea and thought it would be funny. It was a long time that he was in there, and if you watched the video, it looks like Moxley and everybody are there and they don't seem overly concerned, and they appear to be playing it up with him, and I was told by somebody there that they actually laughed about it. So I think one way or the other we can tell you he does not appear to be seriously injured, and I think the whole thing was a work. It's not 100% clear if Brian was legitimately stuck or not, although the fact that Brian was laughing about it is a positive sign, and at least shows that he is probably okay. With that said, we'll keep you updated on the situation in upcoming news videos, so be sure to subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on. But let me know what you think of the situation in the comments down below. Next up, John Cena has been featured alongside All Elite Wrestling. Last night, Warner Bros. Discovery would hold their first presentation since the merger of Warner Media and Discovery earlier this year. The event took place at Madison Square Garden's Hulu Theater in New York City and would be a showcase to potential advertisers for a number of quote Discovery premiere packages. Present at the event was former WWE champion John Cena, who made 2 appearances on the night, first to announce a second series of The Peacemaker coming to HBO Max, where he plays the leading role. Secondly, he would join Nicole Byer to announce the return of the TBS series Wipeout, which the two co-host on the same network that AEW Dynamite airs. One of the other top television shows showcased was All Elite Wrestling, with Red Velvet being shown front and center of the backdrop on the stage under AEW Dynamite. AEW would also be shown in a video package highlighting the broadcaster's various sports-based shows. With that said, no AEW stars were present at the event, possibly due to AEW Dynamite and Rampage tapings being held on the same night. Whilst this story by no means John Cena is set to become All Elite, it's certainly an interesting crossover of worlds in the pro wrestling space. And finally, Kenny Omega has returned to AEW television. In an update provided by PW Insider this week, the former AEW World Champion has resumed his role backstage at television tapings in recent weeks, resuming his role as producer for matches in the women's division. Omega has been absent from AEW since November 2021, following his world title loss to Hangman Page at the Full Gear pay-per-view. He has since been undergoing several surgeries as he recovers from a series of injuries that have followed followed him through his career in recent years. Omega has played a continued role in the production of the upcoming AEW console game and has continued his role as EVP from the Jacksonville offices, with him said to have played a key role in the re-signing of Brian Cage earlier this year. Word in April was that Omega is said to have undergone surgery to repair a sports hernia, with a projected 2 or more months of recovery time. On top of this, he is said to have been healing from a number of issues. He is now seemingly back on the road full-time with the AEW crew, which is of course a positive sign for fans hoping to see him return on screen in the near future. And before you go, make sure you check out the 12 most obscure WWE appearances from AEW wrestlers.